Who do you think has the biggest surprises, good or bad, as we sit 2/3 of the way through the season? We are going to revisit our picks from the preseason because there were still NHL games last night, and we'll talk about the game in Florida in Tampa a little
What's
bit later.
the old line? Went to a boxing match and a hockey game broke out?
Yes,
Is that what it was?
Yes, very much the case. We'll get to that. But that means that there are officially no more games until the 25th of February. That's when the Stars play Seattle at home, and the rest of the league starts at least. So we thought about 2/3 of the season's done, about a third left to go. This would be a good time to look at where the standings are, and more importantly, whether we were right or wrong when we made our preseason predictions. So, Brian, we can do this however you would like as far as who you want to show first. Sean is like, don't show my picks, please.
I don't even know.
Very wrong.
What's that?
Very wrong.
No, I totally agree. Let's go divisions first. We start there and work our way up.
Standings.
So, if you don't have the standings on your screens, be ready because we have them in front. So, go ahead. Sam.
Oh, yeah. Those are pretty good.
Sam, I'm going to read these just for our audio listeners because they won't be able to see this. Atlantic Division.
Wait, that's perfect.
The Tampa Bay Lightning, currently leading the Atlantic. The Carolina Hurricanes, currently leading the Metro. He had the Colorado Avalanche in the Central, correct. And the Vegas Golden Knights, who are holding off a suddenly 3-game losing skid Edmonton Oilers for the Pacific. So, Sam,
you're welcome.
That looks fantastic right now.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to our next contestant.
I think weren't a lot of these very similar.
I think so. This was mine. I had, the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Atlantic. That's wrong, and they probably won't make the playoffs.
I might have picked them too. They might not make the playoffs.
I was going to say, they had a little surge.
6 points out.
They won 3 in a row because I was about to suggest a couple players from the Maple Leafs that they might trade at the deadline. Carolina in the Metro. We have the Stars as the central pick, and then the Pacific, I have the Vegas Golden Knights. So obviously the Stars are not leading the Central, but
closer.
They are better than they're closer to leading the division than the Maple Leafs are. All right, who's next? Sean and Sam had identical picks.
There you go, Sean.
Tampa, Carolina,
better than I expected.
Colorado, and Vegas. Sean, are you surprised that these are so good at this point?
I am. I am ready for. I am ready to feel all the idiocy calls for how dumb I am. So any positives right now, I'm going to take right now.
I do like that. Okay.
Did I pick the Rangers again?
Let's take a look at Luds.
I think yours were pretty close.
Luds picked the exact same.
I thought I remember 3 of us having the same.
So
ones.
you guys all know what you're talking about as of
I didn't
right
even
now.
know that thing
Tell
changed.
Owen to suck it.
Me, I have 2 of 4, so I'm at 50%. You guys are all at 100%.
Oh yeah.
Are you feeling better about?
I'm usually
this?
in your area when it comes to school and grades.
Okay, this is the first question. Okay, now remember, we're going to make one rule here because we have divisions, we have the playoff conference champions, we have the Stanley Cup champs, and then we have the individuals. We are going to let, at the end of all of these picks that we revisit today, we're going to let each of you, and this was Sean's idea, have 1 mulligan, meaning
we don't need mulligans.
Yeah,
we do on this.
We're
first
perfect.
Board.
Can I buy your mulligans?
Yeah.
So you can make one change. Now, remember, this is not just divisions. We're also talking about the other picks. So you may want to hold on to that mulligan.
Trying to be cocky while I'm on top.
Yes, enjoy it. Because at the end of the season, we'll revisit this again and see if the mulligan was a good decision.
Now, do you get to take your mulligan for this particular first board there?
I'm not sure I'm going to make that. I'm going to wait till the end because
you're going to stay with
I
Toronto.
would maybe take Toronto out of it.
I'm not saying I'm not going to do that.
I thought you had to make it at the end of each little segment.
No. You get one.
Oh, you only get one for the whole time.
All the picks. Yes. Right, Sean? That was the idea. It's not for
one for the whole thing. So we're going to see them all, and then you get to you get to take your most egregious probably.
Right now, I might do the Maple Leafs. But, Sean, what I might do is the Stars because I think Colorado's probably going to win the Central, but we'll see. Okay, so Ryan, let's go to the next level. So this is now, these are going to be the Cup finalists.
Hell
so
yeah.
The winners of each conference.
I'm cool with that.
Sam has Tampa winning the East and Vegas winning the West. You like it?
Yep.
Okay. Our next one, we're going to go to Sean again. No, me. Florida Panthers winning. Oh boy,
Oof.
I just
That one's tough too.
You're gonna have a tough time
Our
using your
playoff wins
mulligan.
are
right
gonna be
now.
tough,
I have the
Florida's in a lot
Panthers
of them.
in the East and the Vegas Golden Knights in the West. Honestly, at the moment, I'm not sure Vegas wins the West, but the Panthers might not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, okay. Sean's got the Panthers and the Golden Knights. And then Luds,
Panthers just got to get in.
he has for his conference winners
We all had
Carolina
Vegas.
and Vegas. How do you feel about those?
Well, Vegas ain't gonna. Vegas is a nah.
Not right now?
No. So right now, that's going to be my only mulligan. I think that.
Who would you switch him for? If you did,
I guess I'd have. I mean, it'd be a no-brainer not to say Colorado. I mean, that's just.
Okay.
I don't believe in Colorado as much as.
So
everybody else.
here's the problem, though, guys.
Could be wrong.
Now let's go to the Stanley Cup champions.
I'm not going to be a
'Cause
homer and pick the Stars.
If you want to use your mulligan for your conference pick, Sam's got Vegas winning the Stanley Cup. I believe that I have Vegas winning the Stanley Cup. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't Luds also pick?
Nope. Oh wait, because
Vegas
I
to win
argued
the
with
Stanley
you guys
Cup?
that I picked.
There you
Carolina.
go.
I think Lutz has the
You
Devils.
You picked the Golden Knights,
Yeah.
and then Sean didn't. Sean picked the Florida Panthers.
We're all
Hey, this could still be completely true. They just need to get in the playoffs.
not a chance.
They just have to get in the damn playoffs.
They're not getting in the playoffs.
That's what I said
They're
last
done.
year.
Right
That's what we
now,
said
the
last
Florida
year.
Panthers are 8th in the
They're
wild
done.
card standings. They are at 61. They are 8
They
points
finally just
back.
hit the wall too much.
They've got to win like 20 of their last.
There's
24
no way
games
with
or-
all those teams in
They're-
front of them
yeah.
that they're going to climb into.
You got to hope
right?
that everybody else is losing.
So, Luds, you said you might use your mulligan for the Vegas pick for the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about Vegas pick for your Stanley Cup?
No. Now I'm distracted again.
What are we
Sorry.
waving at?
There's Elijah.
I'm waving at Elijah,
didn't
and I
even
have
see
no
him.
idea. what we're
R.I.P.
talking about.
Elijah.
Okay, so
No,
now you have Vegas winning the city.
Listen,
We all three of us.
I'm kind of on the Tampa wagon all at the end of the day. I mean, to me, I don't know how you don't, but again,
They are the number one team
I don't know.
in the East. But what happens if Buffalo makes a run?
who right now
Okay.
who's going to beat Tampa?
So here's my question to start this. Okay, we're going to look at the awards, the individual awards in our next segment. And this was a question Ryan asked me, and I think it's a really good one. When you look at where we're at right now, not our picks, but actually where the teams are at in the standings, who do you think has the biggest surprises, good or bad, as we sit 2/3 of the way through the season? Who, like, when you look at these and say, is it Detroit fighting for a division
I know
title?
who I'm picking.
Is it the Buffalo Sabres maybe making their
I knew who I was going to
playoff-
pick. Now I don't because you
playoff
brought up
pick?
Buffalo.
I mean, it's what, 15 years, right, since the
Yeah,
Sabres?
that would be.
Is
that's
it
my number 2.
Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh is the one that stands out to me, at least in the East. I
Is
thought
it
they were gonna
Florida
be
being
doomed.
61 points and being way out of it?
I think Pittsburgh. For me, I take Pittsburgh and I take Winnipeg. If I'm giving you an answer from each, Pittsburgh being where they are is shocking because I thought they were going to be way at the bottom. Winnipeg being at the bottom is shocking because I thought they were going to be way at the top.
I'm going with the team of the GM that's sitting at the bar right now in Italy.
Minnesota,
Or St. Louis?
St. Louis.
Oh no, not Army. That team's not getting there.
Yeah.
No, I think now that you bring up Buffalo, it's hard for me now. I forgot about Buffalo. I mean, they're on a heater. So I'd have to say maybe with history and everything else, that is probably my number 1 right now. But Minnesota for me too. I didn't think they could sustain what they're doing. You know, and I know that the addition of Hughes is that could we pick one from the East and one from the West?
You can
That's
pick,
what I
no,
did.
for sure. No,
That's
this
what I
is
did.
biggest surprise is not just one. You can, as many surprises, good or
All right.
bad, as you want. What about you, Sean?
Negative. Obviously I have to go with Florida when I went in with quite the confidence to pick them to win the whole thing, and I didn't expect them to go and win the President's Trophy this year, but I didn't expect them to be 8 points out of a playoff spot at this point in the year. For a positive surprise, I'll go with San Jose. I don't know if they're going to get over the line, but between the steps that Celebrini's taken as a player, we knew he was going to be a superstar, but the way he's arrived, the way they're already, like, the fact that they were making deadline acquisition, hasn't been the deadline, but the way they're trading for players and they're acting like a buyer, and we hear they might be buying again before March 6th. Like, I'll go with San Jose on that, because that's a team where they are. I think the plan and the vision was always there with Celebrini and Will Smith and where they were going and everything, but I did not expect them to hit the on ramp like this, and
Yeah.
so that I'll go
I
with
had
the
them
Sharks
picked
as
to
my
be
positive.
8th in the Pacific because we just thought that they were going to continue to accrue assets and young talent and work their way up, right? And I just didn't think they were going to take a step this year. I also didn't think Buffalo was going to be anywhere near being, even at the start of the year, once things got going, they looked terrible. So,
Well, let's be clear on something real quick with Buffalo. Let's be clear on Buffalo. Buffalo went and won many games in a row. They got hot for a bit. We've seen the Sabres do this at times over the past 11 years.
it's
not
not
get the
there
job.
yet.
So, like, there's some of those teams that are there's some of those teams that are kind of in that, hey, where they're going to arrive or take the next step. I sometimes need to see some proof of life beyond the trade deadline for Buffalo for me to have any. I mean, as Luds knows, right? It's hard to win. It's even harder to win sometimes your first time in. So, like, it's you need that. There's a major learning curve, and there's so much experience gained from that first time you get in that it's. I'd be hard pressed to find the last team that won something and didn't have that playoff trauma, at least within 2 or 3 years before, that they learned from. It's almost kind of a cost of doing business, I guess. Luckily for us, the Stars have done it 3 years in a row.
Did LA?
So,
LA is the only one that stands out to me when they won their cups as the 8th seed. I feel like they weren't a big playoff team right before that. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head.
Just sort of sneak in and then
Because they were in as the 8th, they weren't. They were supposed to be like the kind of rolled in the first round. They won the cup. I don't remember them being
Blues in 2019. Yeah,
but
they went through.
They were in the
trauma of
playoffs
being
already
awful.
before that, and they were awful.
Yeah, but they'd been a playoff team before. Like,
Yeah.
it's just the whole, like, there's everyone
You're talking
says,
about a
hey,
long drought and then suddenly getting in.
Yeah.
Speaking of trauma, and I know we have to get to the ad break. As Sean, I didn't even thought about it, and then he brings it up. What would happen for Sabres fans if they see this run and they start to believe this is finally our year, and then they crater?
Well, they got a couple teams that are only 4 points behind them.
That's what I mean. But what happens if after all this? Because I think the Sabres have been good enough that people in Buffalo are starting to believe. If they fall off the pace and don't make it again this year, is this just another a year in the life of a Sabres fan?
It's a tough year because they didn't even have.
I don't look at it like that.
Would this be
I think
particularly
that
cruel?
I think that this is the beginning of coming out of what has been going on for 15 years. That's the way. I guess if you're a level-headed fan and say, I think there's a lot of them that are going to say, oh yeah, they had this big thing and then just more of the same. Well, I don't think it's more of the same because this isn't just where they're winning 10 games and then losing 5 and 10. Their last 20 or 25 games has been something ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So they've put a stretch together. Sean, is Lindy, is this his last year of his contract, or does he have another year left? You know, offhand? I know there's been talk about him next year wanting to go upstairs. Maybe it wasn't next year, but maybe it's when he's done coaching.
I think he has a contract with the team, but the scuttlebutt has been it's the type of deal that could easily it's an employment type deal that I think that could be shifted around when you talk about the going upstairs stuff. So that's my understanding on it. Don't hold me to the record on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is offhand.